Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about New World. I haven't done a New World video in a very, very long time. I kind of took a break for online streaming and videos. I had other projects during the summer that I needed to complete. I'm back and I have played New World. I want to give you kind of a review and I want to talk about how you can really grind your weapon levels real quickly in this game, and that's what this video is going to be about. I have a lot of tricks and secrets that I figured out for the game, but this video is going to be focused on one of those secrets and one of those tricks, and it's going to help you out today if you watch this video. So let's go to continue. New World is made by Amazon Studios. I imagine that's what they call themselves now. I think they had another name back in the day, but I think it's just Amazon Studios now. And so basically the guys who brought you Amazon Prime has brought you a video game. The video game's around 40 bucks. It's got no subscription. You can play as much as you want right after you pay the 40 bucks. As you can see, I have two characters. One I had on an original server called Tarkis. I got to 11 level. And then that server had 16-hour queue times for over a week. So I said, well, I don't want to be on a server that I have to wait half a day to play. I went to a server that had a less population, and it's called Mecca. I think that's how you pronounce it. And as you can see, I am 60th level. I will go into details on how I got to 60th level so fast in another video. This video is really based on your weapon grinding. I did want to tell you that the game's solid. I haven't experienced that many bugs. There's been a couple times that I've crashed to desktop, and those are during the like the portal events with the corruption events. There's these, if you ever played Rift, you would go to these rifts and you would close the rifts down after the monsters come through. If I go to the M screen here, that's what these little icons are, corrupted. These little icons, and each one of those icons, like this big icon, that's a tier 2 rift, or corruption is what they call them in this game. You can see that I am out of Everfall. I started in Everfall. Just something quick to know, that if you haven't played this game before and you're going to start the game, you're going to start off in 4 different, you've got 4 options that you start off in, and it's random. So basically, you create your character, and the game will dump you either in First Light, Windsward, Monarch's Bluff, or Everfall. And each one of those zones have basically a leveling system to get you up to about 20th level, easily 20th level. And then they hope that you move to the higher zones where they got different levels. Like this level is 45, I think, to 50. Yeah, 45 to 50. So, it's basically keep in mind that wherever you start, kind of just do the story quest, and then eventually the story quest is going to lead you to say, oh, go do whatever you want. It's really easy stuff. I've been hanging out in Everfall since day one. If you go to, if you go back to your map and go to territory standing, my territory standing in Everfall right now is 67. And really, I spent most of my time in Everfall. And you're going to ask yourself, Tarkis, how are you 60th level when you spend 99% of your time in Everfall? Well, that's for another video. So let's talk about weapon grinding. In this game, you're going to have weapon masteries. And when you pick up a weapon, it's at level 1 when you start the game. So as you can see, my life staff is level 20. So when you gain a level in the life staff, or in any weapon, you get 1 talent allocation point to put on wherever you want to buy your abilities. I'm an AoE healer. I don't do single target heals. I found them too problematic. I can drop an AoE on the person more easily than I can do the scroll mouse thing with a single target. Plus my AoEs, they heal for close to 700 a tick. So it just made, and they last over a certain amount of times. So with the AoE heals, it also allows another party member to sneak into that heal and heal themselves right up. So in this game where I'm at, I have found that it's just easier to drop the AoEs down. And even if they've got a cooldown, this is what my character looks like right now. Again, I'm 60th level, got pretty much all the top gear I can find right now. My gear score is only 501. I think the top is 600. I could be wrong. That's what my character looks like. That's currently. And you got attribute points. As you go up levels, you're going to get points to put into things. I am a healer. That's what I do. And there's my that's my focus score. So if I go to my healing weapon, I've got two abilities that I basically spam. I got this one, and I've got this one. And basically, even though you see they're on a 30-second cooldown, 12-second cooldown, I have abilities worked into my rotation that brings them really back to nothing. So normally, if I'm in battle, I will have those ready and available before mine even run out. So when you see, because it only lasts so long on the ground, but my abilities allow me to reduce it so that I always can keep it up. So I never not have something on the ground, unless I get in a lot of aggro on myself and they're interrupting me, but that doesn't happen all that often. Other than that, I can just keep on laying it down, because my cooldowns are so down. So I'm just throwing it everywhere. So I might have one over here, one over there. And when I do the sieges, or the invasions is what they call it in this game, it works very well for me. You also notice that I'm wearing a sword and shield, because my secondary ability is the sword and board. And the reason why I took this, if you hit the R command, right now I got it in the R command, that's an AoE taunt. And this here is a single target taunt. And you're going to ask yourself, Tarkis, why'd you build the healer with taunt abilities? Well, in an invasion, it's very important, because I can run into I could be in heal mode. And if a big monster comes in and take down our center monolith, my job would be to run up to him. I would then drop this, drop this. I would switch and I would taunt him right where I stand. And this way, and then I just put my shield up. This way, I'm pretty much self-healing myself during the time that I've pulled the aggro, and I can hold him off the monolith long enough for another tank to pick him up. Then I can just back out, go back to heal mode, and start healing again. So it's important to have that. It works great in dungeons as an off tank. I've had the tank go down, and when the tank went down, I went into beast mode. I went into sword and board, dropped and called the aggro by using that ability, and then I just back away, and then I pull the aggro away from the tank that's fallen. They pick the tank up, and I'm already back to healing during that time. And it works great. I mean, I found it very easy to tank momentarily and heal at the same time. I haven't had any problems. In lower dungeons, I can tank and heal myself. So these guys cry out, I need a tank and healer for this dungeon, or I need a tank or healer. I'll be like, dude, I'll do them both. And they're like, oh, you're crazy. And I'm like, no, I'll just do them both. So I've run dungeons where I was the tank and the healer myself. Just tank the mobs and healed. When you got a healing like I've got, 500, 700 a tick, that's what's going to happen. Well, let's get back to the point of the video. So here I'm in Everfall. If you're fortunate enough to go to Monarch's Bluff, or start in Monarch's Bluff, then this is the place you want to go. It's called the Moonshade area. There's a farm here. Now I'm going to scroll out again. In this game, you can fast travel to fast travel points only. So if I'm standing on a fast travel point where I'm highlighting here, Harmut Shrine, it's called a shrine. If I'm standing there, I can spend Azeroth to pour anywhere in the world I want, any city in the world I want, or to another shrine. The shrines are random. Oh, well, they're not random, but they're random on the map, meaning that you got to find them, and once you find them, there they are. And so each map has a couple of them, and so there is one right here. I just have never been up there, so I don't have it available for you to show. But if you definitely, if you're doing the story quest, if you're doing anything with the story quest, you're going to find the Hermit Shrine, because you got to go to that NPC over and over and over again. So you're going to have this travel point. And how that works, the travel points, if I click there right now, I could fast travel spending 50 Azeroth. Now, you ask yourself, what is that? Well, I've got 1,000 of it. You earn it as you kill things. You earn it in different things. You eventually just accumulate it. I find that if I spend 15 minutes logging, I can just put I mean, you can get my pickaxe allows me to get it when I'm harvesting. All my harvesting tools allow me to get it when I'm harvesting. So anything I harvest, I'm going to get it. So I got 1,000. So jumping around the world is not an issue for me, and that's how they did fast travel. You can fast travel from any city to another city as long as you're in the city. You know, you got to be in the city. So I can jump from city to city to city right now if that's what I wanted to do, or to shrine to shrine to shrine. Other than that, you got to run around yourself, or because there's no mounts in the game. Okay, so we're here at the shrine. So you run up to the moonshade, and you're saying, Tarkis, when should I go here? Well, I would go there around 17th, 18th level. That'll be easy because you'll be like at the end of the beginning of the storyline where you're trying to get your staff that you need. So you'll be comfortable. This farm right here has mobs that you can just one shot. So grab a sword, grab a spear, grab whatever you want. And what you do is you go to the field and you just run the monsters. Oh, I didn't want to open that. Whoop. Let's go back. Sorry about that. You would think I would know how to use this interface by now, but it is what it is. So you go to the farm and you just run in a circle and gather 30 mobs. There's about 30 mobs here. And then you just kill them all. And if you're around 17th, 18th level, you're going to get 40 weapon experience points per mob. Now, once you've killed them all, you go up to this field and do the same thing. There's probably a handful. There might be 14 or 15 up here. And you one-shot them, kill them all. And then you just go back, and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, I did not level my life staff that way. I leveled my life staff by just running dungeons because I'm a healer. I leveled my sword and board to 16th level just yesterday, running in these fields. Well, not yesterday, for the last 3 days, because I've only done it a few times. So I run in the field a few hours. I think I've got a total of 3 hours in, and I'm at 16th level. So somebody told me that if you're good at it, you could do it in 4 hours, go from 0 to 20th weapon level. So it's been about 3 days since I've been, I've been doing dungeons in between, but the thing about the dungeons is I'm usually just using my staff, which is already maxed. I would love to get my sword and board experience in, and I try to switch out in between what I'm doing, but I like lazy mode, so if I don't have to switch to the sword and board, I don't really want to do it. I just kind of just like to throw the heals out. So most of my levels have come by just milking this farm. And that's really it. I mean, if you're looking, and you're gonna get rep experience for the map, because every time you kill one of those creatures, you're gonna get like 2 or 3 rep experience for the map, for Monarch's Bluff, and you're gonna get level experience, and you're gonna get weapon level experience. So that's it. I mean, that's a secret. Now, there's another place. If you get bored with that place, or it's overwhelmed with people trying to do it, there is another place, but you got to be up there in level, and it's here at Restless Shore. I'm going to say this wrong. Restless Shore. Okay, so their town is here, right in this area here where I've got the mouse. I think these mobs are 41 level, but again, it's the kind of same nonsense that you can just run around and scoop up all the mobs, kill them within a couple swings, and then they're dead. And the thing I probably didn't mention about that farm that I told you to go to, the mobs respawn every 30 seconds. So basically, same thing with this location is you kill the mobs, 30 seconds later, there's 40 more mobs. And you just run around, kill them all, and you kind of like, all right, get that. And then by the time you wiped your brow, there's 40 more mobs standing there. So that's why it's so easy to level at those 2 locations. It really is. So that's really what I wanted to talk about at this video. I do hope if you haven't played this game that you give it a try. It's like I said, it's 40 bucks. Oh, somebody's talking. So the game's got in game voice. It's the V command. Hey guys, how's it going? So basically it's the V command, and you can talk to anybody in the game you want. If they're on Discord, sometimes the game won't function correctly. So if you're on a Discord server talking to people, sometimes your codex, I guess is what you want to call it, gets gobbledygook, and your V command won't work. You'll get a disabled thing above your head. Say disabled. And that's because Discord is using it. And sometimes I don't have the problem. Sometimes I can do both. and without any problems at all. So maybe it's just my hardware. So really, that's it. I mean, it's New World. If you want to hear about my leveling success, how quickly I did it, I'll be doing a second video and showing you the details on how quickly you can level in this game. I mean, it's kind of, you know, almost, I don't like using the word pathetic as much in the world, but it's like, dude, you know, this is an MMO, Amazon Studios. I know it's your first one, but in an MMO, like I played Black Desert Online, I've played Arcade, I've played Rift, played World of Warcraft, geez, I Baldur's Gate. Before that, it was the BioWare Neverwinter Nights. I mean, I've played them all. And this is the first MMO that I could get to level 60 in a few days. Just a few days. And it just, they made things a little simple in this game. And I'll explain that to you in a future video. Well, thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkis Zone.